Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where we're working step by step through each of the ABRSM Theory grades. There are lots of resources available to help you. If you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets. They're available to download in US letter or A4 and they accompany each step of this series. There's also a page with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can also access information about the books that I have available. I've written How to Take Your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's an exam technique guide and it's full of tips and techniques on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to best make use of the time when you're in the exam room working through your exam paper. So if you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find it's all there. If you can give me a like, that'd be really great, and subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more to come. And so we're going to look at the final exercise in what I've referred to as section G. So if you turn in your PDF document to section G, you'll find the information that you need to be aware of when we're describing these intervals. You will also find it helpful to have your key signatures, your circle of fifths, to hand, just so you can be sure what each key entails. And then if you turn with me to page 30, we're going to have a look at this final little exercise. So you'll need your pencil and ruler and a rubber, probably not a ruler today actually, but you might well need an eraser. And so we'll have a crack at exercise 4. So there's nothing new here at all. However, the presentation's slightly different. In previous exercises, we've had either melodic intervals, where the intervals come one after the other, or we've had harmonic intervals, where they come together as part of a harmony or a chord. And that's all that we've got here in this exercise 4. We've got the harmonic intervals. However, it's taken from an actual piece of vocal music, not just a contrived exercise. And so this is for alto and bass soloists. So we've got to be aware of our clefs here. If you remember though from previous study, vocal scores, the tenor is in the treble clef. However, it's usually with a little number 8 here, and they are written an octave higher, and then they would sing an octave lower. However, in this example here, they've been generous to us and they've just written it at pitch. That's why there's no little number 8. And so these really are the notes that we're dealing with. There's no transposing required. However, we do need to watch out between our clefs. So it's always a good idea to keep middle C as your anchor point. Remember, middle C is at the low point of the treble clef or the high point of the bass clef, and it's as if they meet in the middle here and span outwards across the clef. So just keep that middle C anchor point in mind, just so that you can be aware of which octaves we're dealing with. Other than that, there's nothing new at all here. We're just interpreting the information a little bit more difficultly, I think. So here we go, exercise 4 number 1, they've given us here, and we'll work through this just as an example. So here's the middle C, this is the D above middle C, this is the G below middle C, and so we've got G, A, B, C, D, we've got a fifth, and from G to D is a perfect fifth, and there's no extra octave involved, and so it's literally that perfect fifth. And so here we can see that we're in a similar kind of pitch range. There's no extra octaves. There's our middle C. So we've got the D sharp above middle C, and then C, B, A, G, F. F, G, A, B, C, D is a sixth of some sort, so we know that we've got a sixth, and now we just need to think about our key signature and our accidental. So let's just work this out in stages. So F to D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a perfect sixth. However, we've got an F sharp because of the key signature and a D sharp. and that just parallel transplants the interval. So F to D is a major sixth, F sharp to D sharp is the same interval, parallel shifted up a semitone, and so therefore that is also still a major sixth. It was just easier to think of it without the sharps initially, so we know that that's a major sixth. Let's have a look at number 3. So we have that same F sharp as our lowest note, and this time we're going to the E, so we know that that's a seventh. F, we always count the first note as the number 1. F, G, A, B, C, D, E means we've got a seventh. So let's just look at that. Now F to E would be a major seventh because E is part of F major scale. However, we know that it's an F sharp because of the key signature, and so by raising that lowest note by a semitone we've made the interval smaller, and so we've now gone from major to a minor seventh, and so we know that this here is a minor seventh. Let's have a go at the next one. And so here we can see we've gone back to the same pitch range near enough as that first one. So we've got G to D, we've got G sharp actually, to D, natural, just telling us that that's cancelled. It's a little unnecessary because the bar line will cancel that for us anyway, but they've just made that clear. So we know that G, A, B, C, D is a fifth. So we had a perfect fifth when it was G to D natural. However, we've raised that lowest note by a sharp, which means we've gone from perfect to diminished. So that's a diminished fifth. There we go. Let's have a look now. And so now we've actually exceeded an octave here, because here's our middle C, there's the E below, there's the E above middle C, plus 1 takes us to the F sharp. So we've actually got a compound interval here. So I'm just going to jump the octave from this E below middle C to this E next door to the F, and so we know now that we've got a 1, 2, we've got a compound second of some sort. Now E is our bottom note, and then F sharp is part of E major scale, so we know that it's a major second, and so we know that we can call that a compound major second. Let's now carry on. Again, we've got another compound interval here. So there's the D below middle C, there's the D above middle C, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 above that. So we've got a compound fourth of some sort, and D to G is perfect, and there are no accidentals or no part of the key signature affects that, and so we know that we have a compound perfect fourth. And that's the end of that exercise. I do hope that you found that helpful. I hope that you've got to grips with this topic of intervals. If you can give me a like, that'd be really great, and please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots and lots more to come. Please do visit sharonbale.com if you go to my website and make use of all of the resource that's available to you there. Please give me a like and share and subscribe to keep updated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.